Let me switch up the scoreboard and let's hop into the action.
And it looks like we're seeing Yoshi versus Luigi. So Luigi raised him, and you might just end him here too. But I like this pick. I think that there's no reason we need to see a Mario Luigi battle, and I definitely think that Solidus doesn't want to do Isabelle, just because I think that Jest would just out damage Isabelle. I just think that that's way too hard of a matchup at this stage in the game. I think that one thing that Solidus has to do well in this matchup is be mindful of the fact that Jest is just going to use down B a lot. He's going to use it as like his free card, and one thing that I think Solidus has to take advantage of is his air mobility. He's got to take care of the fact that, alright, I'm Yoshi, I literally can grab you, throw you off stage, and just punish you. And what we're going to see a lot of from Jest is on moves with lots of shield stuns, like Luigi's, like Yoshi's down air, it adds so much shield stun, so it makes it very hard to drop shield. And Jest likes to keep his shield up, so he's got to be mindful of these moves that make him a bit more vulnerable than Ness might. And so we might see some down Bs that don't or that get punished specifically because Yoshi was expecting them and Solidus was expecting them. But there, that dash attack was a bit confusing and just a bit too ambiguous for Solidus to realize it was a threat.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know that's a threat.
Yeah, that down B. It's such a hard thing to like react to because it's just like you watch him go up and you're like, oh, what's he doing? And he just slams on top of you and just does so much damage in this juggle. That was really good from Solidus. I think that that's what he needs to keep up and remember that he has in the future is that Luigi, you keep him in the air and you just don't give him time to start up that down B. He really can't do much. Like, he has certain things that he can do, or like he can air dodge or do like a down air, but most of the time Yoshi with his double jump is gonna just armor straight through them. That was close. A little tidbit of knowledge on Yoshi that just came to mind. That up tilt, that tail flick that Yoshi does on the ground, it actually doesn't do, it has a harder time hitting people when they're at higher percents.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what the reasoning is or how that works, but essentially trying to hit somebody higher the percent they are, it just doesn't work the same, I guess.
Gotcha.
I'd
be curious on the science on that.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up and figure it out, but I just remember like about a year ago now, somebody was talking about how Yoshi just has a hard time with that when really it should just be the opposite. It should be easier to hit later and a bit harder to hit at the beginning, so that it's less of a combo starter. Oh wow.
Woo!
That was needed. I think that had Solidus let him charge that up and just get away scot-free, it would have just spelled bad news, because I think Solidus... Yeah, there you go. Run away. Like, you gotta be patient against Luigi, especially Just plays in a way where if you don't play patient, we're gonna see him continue to thrive. Oh, that was weird. Oh. Yeah, and this is where the nerfs come in. Yeah.
Ooh, and look at that, Jess taking a win right there.
Yeah, Jess won that right off of that the nervous air dodge. Right here. So he comes in, gets hit off stage, up Bs, jumps, air dodges here, down airs, goes for the fair, gets hit, air dodges in, right there. That's what caused him to lose the game. And I think that that's just a nerve thing. And I think he'd already used his jump, but instead of air dodging in, just doing a neutral air dodge might have been better.
Yeah.
Or even just once you drift, because you're Yoshi, you can drift in, do down air, do down B, do even maybe like neutral B, just as like a cheeky option, because it is like an aerial grab. Like you literally can grab somebody and put them in an egg, And if it's able to like grab Luigi right at ledge like that and hit him off stage, he has to mash really hard to get out and survive.
Very true. All right. Looks like they're getting ready to go back into this. Just as a reminder for everybody at home, this is a best 2 out of 3 situation. So this is do or die for Solidus Hedgehog. And I'll hop back into the game.
Alrighty, PS2 again. And so we're seeing, I think Solidus is playing a bit more patient now. We're seeing him start a bit more passive. We're seeing him kind of just, there he goes, getting that juggle. We're seeing him start a bit more like passive play. And what I mean by that, you're seeing him going for these hitbox and combo starters, and then he's running away a bit, going for moves like down air, which have that really large amount of shield stun, which would be a safe move to be aggressive with if Jess shields it, instead of like dodging it or rolling away or something like that. And now we're going to see Jess going for that side B again. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but that up B from Solidus actually stopped the green missile, like where it was. Like it didn't let it go through.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's a smart thing to do, but you also have to keep in mind that if you throw it when it actually does like the super version of that, it's not going to matter. It's just going to go straight through. And so, because it's like a random chance that can happen, you have to be very careful on how often you allow yourself to do that and get away with it, because in your head you might just start doing it out of habit.
Out of habit, yeah, you're right. Connects with it on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, thought he had him out of the air dodge.
I like the patient play from Solidus, though. He's got the stock lead, and there it is. Hard react. Not something that down B can take advantage of from Luigi. And we're seeing Solidus now on ledge, but he might just get away with getting off. Oh, and he rolls in, but it's Yoshi. He's a heavier character. Head is nice. That was so good. Yoshi's double jump, I'm pretty sure this is aware, but basically he actually gets armor as long as he's in the animation for that flutter run.
Yeah.
And so because he did that, he essentially prolonged that life by using the jump into Nair at the end of the animation. So he was basically immune until he did the Nair. And by then, you already had the hitbox and everything. And now this is looking like a whole different Solidus. Like, he's got 160 max rage. It really doesn't matter if you lose your stock now. It'd be great if he didn't, so that he could continue to keep this lead rolling. And it's looking like he's just throwing out all the right moves. He just got that jab on shield, which was such a great call out, just to force Jess to either on shield for like that down B that he's been doing. And he's got almost 100% on him, and the up smash gets him just above. And now we're gonna see a very aggressive Solidus, because I think at this point you need to be. You can be, I would say, being defensive against Luigi is great until he gets to max rage or even close to it like this, just because his grab stuff just does so much more damage and it's so much more intimidating.
Ooh. Jess pretty patient, holding on to the block on that. Broski, Solidus able to get back on the ledge.
Oh, and that, yep, there's the down Bs. It's honestly like a panic option, but there it is. Great job taking that stock off before any more damage was done. And now you have a Broski and a Solidus that's low enough in the percent to where he can kind of take some risks and take some damage without then worrying about not doing enough extra credit yet. But again, the one move you have to worry about is either green missile or up B. And I'd say up B is probably the bigger threat right now. Because if you overextend yourself too much and he's shielding Jestdoki, or Jestdoki shields it, then you're going to see him lose that stock. And he DI is out. There it is. That was so good.
Yep.
He took advantage of both his air momentum as Yoshi as well as just DI, and essentially just held out. And you're able to survive that. Gross. I assume Solidus was probably watching other sets from Jest and noticed that if he gets hit in that situation, he needs to hold out.
Oh. Okay.
Very, very scary stuff there. I think that if Solidus pressures that a bit more with down air and nair, he wins that every time, and Jess doesn't make it back. That's not going to be enough yet. Now if he gets that ledge, ooh, goes for, there it is. He almost got that down smash, but Solidus just interrupting. Oh, gets really cheeky. That's okay. I think that's okay.
Yeah, to put your opponent down at 91% on a stock you may have gotten close to losing anyway.
Yeah. And even then, the amount of mental pressure that puts on somebody, because they now just knows Solidus is very much willing to just take a risk like that. Even though he now is like the same stock grade, it's Yoshi. I think that Solidus, with his level of like skill with Yoshi and his movement down, he's gonna be willing to like make that risk if it comes to it again.
I feel a down B. I was just gonna say I feel a down B coming.
You called it. That was really good on your part.
Nice. We're tied up at 1-1 apiece here and losers semifinals.
Now, you've been right pretty much a decent amount of times now tonight. Do you think we'll be seeing a switch from anybody?
You know, I got to say, Jest has not been the type of person to switch at the end. He's been the type of person to switch when he's experimenting. I don't think he's experimenting here. This is a week that he's been doing pretty good. He's been actually kind of holding on to some really great victories here. And I got to say, I think he doesn't feel like the character was the issue in this. If you notice, Solidus jumped out to a much better start, and I think he did the right things to maintain a lead. And Jest is probably thinking that in his head.
Yeah.
I'd be really curious to see if he decided at this point in the tournament to switch, but I could be wrong.
I agree with that, actually. I think that just seeing the start that Solidus got, as well as just what happened, I think that it would be smart, and there it is, to switch. And it looks like they're going small battlefield, and I really am nervous about Solidus' chances with this. And I say that because the matches that Solidus lost were just on stages that were just a bit smaller, a bit more compact. And sure, I think, was it Town that they played on initially? Let me see. I think so. Regardless, basically, just as well as just in past sets with other people, when he plays on this stage with Luigi, like we saw earlier, we're going to see a bit more of aggressive of a Luigi. There's not as much space to kind of throw eggs and have time to be patient. You have to, it's a lot more movement. And you can be patient while moving, but that's something that's so hard to consistently do well, because the movement part means that you have to move around your opponent, and you have to be completely, oh
no, not like that.
Yeah. Alright, now Solidus has to be aggressive here. He can't wait on ledge too much now. He's gotta risk it, but also not, like, throw it away. Yeah, and right there, Solidus is being a bit too impatient after losing that stock, and it kind of gets punished a bit hard with just going with that down B. Nice. Oh, I should have went for another up air, I feel. Nice.
Ooh. Yeah. Solidus able to punish there, but he's down 104% right now.
Yeah, I think the way you do this is Luigi. You gotta get some aerials in. Punish him with the air. Yes. Ooh. Oh. Yes. Keeps it going.
Woo.
Doesn't get hit by the green missile. That was so scary. Keeps it going. Still has him on ledge. Keeps
Solidus
the pressure with the
some
double
good
jab.
momentum now. Yep.
Wow. This is what I mean about movement. Like, it's not. It's on this stage. Honestly, it seems like for Yoshi, instead of horizontal movement, left and right, it's better for him to just be moving up and down. Because, oh, that was so smart. He used what's called hurtbox shifting with that forward tilt. He did a left-facing forward tilt to essentially make his whole body be outside of the Luigi up smash, which is very technical stuff.
We're watching a change of pace here.
Yeah, Solidus is in a groove. Oh my God, he punishes the grab, using the eggs as a way to safely punish an edge guard. And now we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Loses. That was silly. He lost stage control for that, but I think now that he's kind of tied it up back up again, that's okay, but you need to take the stock. You need to take it now.
Jestdoki with a couple of good decisions right here.
Definitely. Nice up air. Not too much percent. I'd say this is even. Unless something silly happens in the next 10 seconds, I think that this is pretty even.
Yep, we're going to be watching this one go down to the wire.
Definitely. All right, so up air's being thrown out. I think Jest is kind of adapting here. He's throwing out some more aerials, less down B. There it is. That's a safe up B, or down B, I mean. That was a missing put, possibly. Down B. Kind of running away for this Jest. putting down some horizontal pressure, making Solidus reconsider his options.
Ooh, not like that though.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice. Ooh. I think this is still pretty close. They're both making some small mistakes here or there that are getting them punished from each other. That might be it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that in this situation, Solidus, I think, just seemed a bit too greedy at the end. And he did this on both his second stocks. And so it might have been nerves. It might have just been like maybe a misinput. But right here, he got him, got the up air, missed that, got a bit too greedy with the input. And right here, you just should have waited. He shielded it, didn't need to cross him up. There was nowhere for him to go. And then panic air dodged in. And Jest, with a really good read, just stayed patient, just played his game, but at the same time was just so good at, like, adapting.
You guys want to catch matches like that all on archive? Come right here. Make sure to check us out at IPG_esports. You guys will get to see every one of the matches that